So fire requires the right ingredients. Without all of them, you've got no fire. Now, one of the things you do need is fuel, specifically dry fuel. The idea might seem a little abstract, but WTVA Chief Meteorologist Matt Laubhan is here to discuss how that can contribute to the rapid spread of these fires.
And maybe a little bit abstract, but maybe a little bit obvious at the same time as well. When we start talking about dry fuel, it doesn't necessarily mean something that's brown. It just means something that's crispier than it should be. Take, this, I guess, goldenrod we have here, and I just move my hands along, and you can just see, how it all just kind of disintegrates in front of you. Or it might just be grass. Because think about this for a second. We had drought earlier this year, right? And then we had some rainfall in August, and then it got dry again. So that was just enough time, for grass in some cases, and this is mowed down recently, but still to become more dry. Drier than it should be. These are all types of fuel that may be kind of obvious, but one that's really concerning, not just for the fire end, but also as we get into storming season, these trees. A lot of these have had some death in them over the course of the last couple of months. They have not got the rainfall they needed, and as a result, some of these limbs falling, or maybe even just the facts the trees themselves are more vulnerable than they typically would be. All these things compile to produce the fuel end of that equation. Of course, when you start talking about the low relative humidity, you talk about the dry air and the warmth, those are the other combinations. So as long as we're not igniting this, we're doing at least something that's working in the right direction. We'll talk more about that fire danger going forward coming up here in a few minutes.